All right, all right, everybody. Here we go. Week 9 review. We got some of our fan favorites in the house. A couple self-proclaimed gurus, and the new guru on the block, Mr. Denver Diamond down the middle, Dave.
Super Dave something.
His nickname just keeps growing week by week as each win he gets, sitting at 7-2 now. So Dave, we got to ask, man, like, you got that win because of Jacoby, and I mean, did you buy a jersey yet? Like, what's going on? How did this come about? You put in Jacoby Myers last minute, like.
Well,
Process here.
to be honest with you, I first heard the name.
I know Jeff's dying here.
Well, I heard the name from Matthew Berry. Well, actually, yeah, Matthew Berry. He had a love-hate list that came out last Thursday. And
no shit.
actually, it was a week before that. It was a week before last Thursday. The Thursday before that on the love-hate list. And I think that's where I first heard the name jump out. And, and it was like he was owned in like only 0.1% of rosters. So the name grew on me from that point on. And I just made it a point to where if I knew I was going to be in trouble I somehow last week I knew I was going to be in trouble with, 6 starters being out of my lineup for Sunday and Monday. And I just had a hunch on the waiver wire last Tuesday. I had a hunch on him. I just told myself it was between him and Marvin Hall. And I ended up putting like $10 on Jacoby Myers, and yeah, he stayed true. He stayed true to his, what he did. Well, he built up on his performance, his first performance where he got I think it was 10 points. He had a 8-point performance and a 10-point performance, and then he had a 27.7 point performance Monday night, and that he won me my matchup, and I felt I just felt like it was Jacoby Myers' birthday on Monday, and I felt like it was my birthday while he was playing too.
So take us through that night. I mean, how many were you down? How many total points?
Jeff had 165.90, and I had 134.40.
With Damian Harris and Jacoby Myers going.
Yes.
So take us through that night, because it's not like Myers had an 80-yard touchdown. I mean, he ended up with, obviously 169 yards receiving. I think he had 10 catches?
Oh no, he had I think it was 13 or 14.
Hey Dave, can you guys see that screen?
Yeah.
You see where it says Jacoby Myers, what it says?
No, I can't see.
It says your waiver request for Jacoby Myers was denied because your team was over the max roster size. So count your blessings with that one. Yeah.
I mean, in fantasy, there's a lot of luck involved. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's sometimes that's all you have is luck, for sure. But yeah, Jacoby Myers,
So we break it down to. Can I just say something? We break it down that Matthew Berry put it in your brain, and then you went with it and lucked into Jacoby, right?
Pretty much so.
That probably works. Shit.
I like to think that I can find one or two prospects on my own too. But
like who?
Honestly, I learned that's not always going to be the case. Sometimes you just kind of have to extend yourself to podcasts and.
Well, how about Fulgham? Where'd you get Fulgham from? Was that Barry too?
Where did I get from? Fulgham was probably, man, I don't remember. He could have been.
You just say you don't want to tell us too. It doesn't matter.
I wish I could remember, but Fulgham was. See, I like the underdog. I've always, being the Broncos, we all like underdogs. I mean, we like our underdogs, us Bronco fans, because, our first championship team in 1997, well, most of them, I don't think there was.
You had a Hall of Fame quarterback, Dave.
Oh, yeah, but,
Okay, then you won your second one. You had Peyton Manning.
Rod Smith undrafted.
No. The game,
Shannon Sharp,
dude. I know about the game, bro. And I know all the team. I know everything about the team. Okay, bro. So you got there from a Hall of Fame quarterback, bro. Matthew Berry didn't tell you that one. That you didn't win again until you got Peyton. That's how it went, bro. So if you don't want to tell us the truth, just say you don't want to tell us the truth. It's okay. Like the Opie Taylor Bahumbug thing is like wearing on me. I'm like, it's annoying me. Dude, I don't believe it. I don't believe you.
Well, he at least he's listening and he's putting in some time.
Everybody is though.
So
and we're watching and we're doing everything. We're doing all
and
that.
He's hitting. It's just one of those years where he's hitting that. He's hitting everything he touches.
Can't miss Dave. Yep.
You're on it. You're on it here, Dave.
Hey, Dave, how many other leagues are you in?
Just one other one. And
how you doing in that one?
Fifth place. That's because I don't know why.
Is that 12 team? Is that 12 team?
The first two, no, it's 10 teams. First 2 weeks, I didn't do too well. I lost my first two matches, and now I'm at 5-4 in that league, but only four places.
You've had an uphill battle in that league.
Yeah. Well, nothing is easy, Norm. Nothing's easy, so I just feel blessed for that.
I mean, trust me, you're in probably one of the most hardest leagues right now, and you're sitting in first place. So enjoy it. Enjoy it now.
Awesome. Thank you, Norm.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to feel good when you get 52 out of Josh Allen. He woke the fuck up again. And then Dalvin Cook is just a beast.
Insane.
Insane. Yeah, I mean, and you look at the rest of your team. I mean, the Chiefs -4. You got 11 out of your kicker, and then it was 3 dudes. Josh Allen, Dalvin Cook, and your boy Jacoby, who's got to
Why did you lie to me on Friday night, though? Why did you tell me that you didn't want to – you were tired from work all week, you needed to look at the rosters?
Well –
like an hour later, you did trade a Ricky.
Well –
why did you tell me that? Were you lying again?
I don't tell –
I can read what you said. I just wanted to figure this out.
Well, yeah, I did.
RJ's gonna bust your balls, Dave. You just got to take it.
No, I'm losing, and I'm going to come at you and ask you real questions. So, I just got through a crazy week, and I will look over the rosters a little bit. Maybe I can shoot you over a deal tomorrow. Thank you. The thank you that's a misleading. The little thank you. They did a Ricky deal like an hour later, so you must have looked over. So it was.
Well, all right. I've been waiting like 6 weeks on that same I'll look it over thing for about 6 weeks now. So.
No, I didn't know why I didn't understand why he didn't. I thought Ricky's was a little harder 1-for-1 than mine was pretty clear. I didn't think there was like. And then you ended up doing it anyways. After I had to call you a liar, that worked. That worked.
Well, we made a deal work, RJ. I mean, like,
the same deal was up there all day.
Made me 7.4 points, and
of course it was a good deal for everybody. I don't understand. Like, it wasn't like a rape deal. It was the Ricky deal was a harder deal for you to make, like, than mine. Mine was Jordan for Pollard. It's really not a lot to think there.
Well,
look at the rosters all week.
I think do all my studying, and I didn't know how much studying I was.
DJ Moore for Claypool was easier than my deal.
Yeah, because I was more familiar with Claypool than I was with Jordan Howard or Tony Pollard.
Pollard
or Tony peak.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're getting somebody's who's helping you or something because you don't
I
sound like you know a lot to me,
no,
like anything at all.
no. Honestly,
The longer you're in this league, the more we will eat you alive, and I'm gonna eat you alive.
We got Angry Anderson back.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I'm looking. I want to talk to Rich.
Yeah. So Rich is on the road. He's driving from Oklahoma to upstate New York.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it. It's Veterans Day. I'm over it now. We played the old GI Joe like 10 times.
All right.
Uh,
So let's go to your game, RJ, from last week. Obviously, Rich put it on you a little bit, beat you by damn near 30 points. I mean, you're going up against, Patty Mahomes and the Tyreek show, and they
He
dropped,
scored 50. He scored 150 points.
and 75.
I
76.
can't. If I don't score, I can't get a team in the field to get me to 150. It seems like this league this year, you need at least a consistent 130 or a quarterback. The quarterback means something in this league, huh, Biz? It's good to have Aaron Rodgers, huh? Kind of works out for you, huh?
Yeah, especially.
There's no coincidence that you've went on a 4-game win streak because your quarterback probably carried you, right?
He's had some good weeks. I also won a week when Aaron Rodgers scored 1.9. So
And was that the week with what was the week you had both of them? And they both got 40 for you. Brady had like a 45er and Aaron had a 40.
yeah, it's called good drafting.
No doubt.
When you
No
get
doubt.
Brady in the 10th and Rodgers in the 12th.
No doubt, Biz. That happens all the time, Biz. I got you.
Yeah.
Yo,
I mean, you
Pat
remember a couple
Mahomes,
years.
what's Pat Mahomes do, bro?
Yeah. I mean, 40. He's locked for 40 every week. And then if Tyreek drops to 33, like Rich.
No, Tyreek hasn't had a 100-yard game all year until this week.
Yeah.
and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, Nicky.
What
Hey,
up?
Wheeler dealer Nicky.
Trying to build a championship.
Yeah.
He's trying to
You're
retain the
competing
belt.
with, you're competing with Dave and Matthew Berry and Ian Rappaport and
What did I do?
No, that's what you missed Dave's explanation where he's getting these things that come out of the cloud. He's getting these plays.
I don't even have Roto World this year. I don't even know how to get the new app. I went to go try to do Roto World. It said CNBC app or something like that. I never even downloaded it. I use my Twitter
We
or
weren't
whatever.
talking about you. We weren't even talking about you.
You said something.
But Dave, we're trying to get updates.
No, there's no Roto World anyway now. I don't use it either.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Dave might. I don't know.
Dave, how's the gym, Dave?
It's good, but it's getting tougher and tougher to go. Just
What are you doing
trying.
today? What do you do? Like legs today, chest day?
I just like to run and work on my footwork because I play basketball and just walk and run.
That's cool. You go after work?
Yeah, I try to go. It's harder with the pandemic, but usually I was going like 3 days a week, but
Yeah. Out here,
yeah.
you got to wear your mask in the gym. I don't know how it is in the East Coast right now, but
Yes, it's the same way.
I've damn near passed out a couple times doing cardio in the gym. This shit is no joke. Because I can't fuck this up, so I wear a bandana. And it's like double layered. This shit's way thicker than those masks everybody's wearing. It's like I said, I almost passed out a couple times.
yeah,
But-
man.
You know me, I go hard at the gym. I don't fuck around. I'm there to work. All right, so let's move this on. All right, Nikki just jumped on. Let's go to that matchup real quick. Nick, you pulled a rabbit out of the hat this week, going up against Norm. I know Norm
Told
probably
you, cupcake matchups.
Norm probably felt pretty good going in, especially making that Sunday morning deal. So
Yeah, that's the one that cost me, actually.
I got a phone call, and I don't know how many of you know this. I got a phone call Sunday morning. Must have been like 9:30 because I was slow cooking some pulled pork. So I'm working on my prep for my pulled pork. And John calls me freaking out. He's like, yo, Biz, we can't do a deal because Norm's roster's all fucked up. And I'm like, all right. So I stop what I'm doing. I sit down. I look at it. He goes, yeah, Norm can't move. Who was it?
Debo.
Godwin.
Debo. It was Debo.
Oh, Devo.
Yeah. So Debo is no longer on IR because they played on Thursday. And so he's like, hey, I need you to manually adjust it. Can you do this trade for us? Blah, blah, blah. So I look at it and call Norm. And the easiest thing to do was just to get Debo off IR, put him on his bench, and then the trade would go through. So Norm, why don't you tell us about that trade? What was the trade?
So basically, it was Brady, Jonathan Taylor, and Hines. So it was Jonathan Taylor for Mixon. It was Brady for Chark
Yeah.
and Judy, basically.
Yeah.
So
And what did Shark and Judy score?
They scored almost 30 each, but the kicker is I was starting Drew Lock the whole time. I was doing a little switcheroo, and he scored 37. So I lost about 80 points.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's a tough one.
But I was excited to get Brady with all the new weapons, and that didn't go
Freaking
well.
negative points.
Yeah. Yeah. Negative points.
But I
That's
doubled down
insane.
and went and traded for his targets this week, and I'm winning either the loser bowl or I'm winning the championship, depending on how hot my team gets right now. So,
Okay. Dom and his own team.
I love my team right now. This is I like it a lot. I think I did some good work.
I'll say one thing. So I need to beat Rick this week bad, because if I could beat Rick this week, I got Busy twice and I got John once to finish out the season. And anything happened, like last year, anything could happen in the playoffs. So all I got to do is make the playoffs.
Yep.
Go look at Herbert's schedule for the playoffs. It's juicy.
I know it
It's
ain't better
juicy.
than Tommy's. I know that.
Well, Tommy, I mean, we're talking about a 23-year-old kid versus a 43-year-old kid. So, he's got a little bit more arm strength there.
Minnesota, Atlanta, Detroit, last two are in the Dome. Let's go. Get me there. Get me there, please.
Well, I mean, it's like RJ said, and it is a recipe for success in this league. You ride that quarterback, and if you get that stud quarterback or a quarterback on that year, we've all been there, we've all had it. You ride that hot hand, and I mean, Nick, you said it today. You and I were talking. You're all in on your Chargers. You got 3 receivers: Hunter Henry, Big Mike, and Keenan. I mean,
I'm not really big on Big Mike, but he's been playing all right, and he's a boomer bust guy. Like when John had him on his bench, what did he put up, like 30-something points or something like that? He like blew up for big game.
Yeah. So it was a good win for you, Nick. Brought you right back. Like you said, it could have been the nail in the coffin for you. But your team bounced back. It definitely helps when Norm makes a deal that basically loses him the week, inserts Brady, because I was playing John. So I was very closely following this deal. And John was going to start Brady. And let's just look at that game real quick, because I ended up beating John by less than 8 points. Let's see. He started Derek Carr, 18 points. Then Shark had 29, Judy had 27, and here's the kicker. He started Ruggs last minute, because both those guys played in the late games in the afternoon. Swapped him out for CeeDee Lamb, and CeeDee Lamb had 13.4. And he had Wayne Gallman in there all week, and for some reason took him out. I guess because he had Godwin. I don't know. I don't get it. But he started Justin Jackson, who got him 0 points. Got hurt on the first play of the game.
First play, yeah, at his knee.
He had Gallman in there all week, and I told him I talked to John on Sunday night, because that was when our match was over. I said, dude, what were you thinking today? And he goes, dude, I just got all in my head. I sat CD, I sat Gallman. They were in my lineup all week. Now, if he hadn't done that deal with Norm, it wouldn't have mattered. But if he started either one of those guys, I took an L. So
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's it. Thank you, John. So I'm 5-4. I've won 4. I'm riding high right now. That's for sure. All
My
right.
last to you, Biz. My last loss was to you.
Yeah. Yep. You don't want to face me right now.
I'm gonna face you twice.
That's exactly my point, Nick. You're in trouble. I got,
Uh,
if you don't get me this week when I got Julio and Gurley on bye,
Yeah.
I'm like Norm. I'm riding to the championship.
okay.
What's up, Carter?
You heard it here first. 'Cause I've been dealt. Everyone's dealing with injuries, but 2 weeks ago I lost George Kittle. Now Sammy Watkins isn't a huge loss, but he's a flex guy, a guy you can start. He's been down for 2 weeks.
When's the last time he played?
4 weeks
Week
ago.
one.
They're on a bye. They're on a bye this week, so he should be back. Then I lost Kenyon Drake. He was out for a week, and then they are on a bye week last week. He practiced today, should play.
Yo, Dave held out at him like he was Emmitt Smith.
Oh my God, I know. He wanted Julio. It was Julio for Drake or nothing, wasn't it, Dave? That was the deal of week 2 because I was all over Kenyon Drake early in the season.
Yeah,
He did nothing.
always felt like
Yeah.
he wasn't. I don't know. I mean, like last year, I had him in one of my leagues. He pretty much won me my championship last year. I mean, it's a little different this year, obviously, with Chase Edmonds being back there, right?
Yeah. And then I had Alan Lazard go down with that core muscle injury or whatever. He had surgery. He's been out for 4 weeks. And then lose Brandon Ayuk the night before the Thursday night game when he was supposed to be the number one. Like,
And Richie James got all his yards.
yeah. And yes, exactly. But keep in mind, through all that, my team has won 4 weeks. So yes, in Rodgers, I trust, but there has been some pieces that have come up and, like I said, a little bit of luck. I'm not going to lie. I mean, shit, sometimes I'm literally throwing darts in the dark on Sunday morning. And
Melvin Gordon not being suspended yet. That's luck, right?
Melvin Gordon, yeah, and his court case just got pushed back to late December, so I probably won't need his bitch ass when that all goes down. Dave,
I mean,
you're a
the whole
Broncos fan. You want Gordon, bro? I'll give him to you for a fucking ham and cheese sandwich right now.
That's not true, Biz.
I gotta at least open the conversation somehow. But RJ's right. It's got to be a Big Mac, not a ham and cheese. All right. So hold on here. Then I just kind of flew by Ryan and Carl's match because even Carl got CMC back this week, and then it looks like he's now out at least week 10. And I don't know, man. I'm a little upset.
Someone said what did I read, that he's getting a second opinion?
Yeah, he's definitely shut down for
Yeah.
10. And they said,
I mean, do they even have a shot to make the wild card?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know, but they got to buy week 13. So I mean, he might be out till then at least.
yeah, Carl's just. I think Carl's quit on the season. I hate to say
I haven't heard from Carl's still studying for his licensing exams. He hasn't. He's been focusing on that, not in this fantasy league.
I think
That's
that's a good thing to talk about. But it's pretty much, this was 5 years ago. This was Carl.
yeah. It's kind of like when Phil says, "Hey, I have kids." I mean,
Yeah.
everybody in the league. I don't know, Dave. You don't have kids. I don't have kids. I can barely take care of myself. But
I mean, are they really in the playoff hunt at 3-6? I just looked at it. The Rams are 5-3. Are they really in the playoff hunt without him this week? If they lose, they might just shut him down for the season.
yeah,
They
no,
could. But I mean, I think he wants to play. I mean, if he's healthy, and I think through the bye week, he'll be out through the bye week. Nick. He got like 3 more starts for Davis at least.
I think.
I don't
Didn't
think
you say this,
any
RJ, like 3 years ago? Every single leading rusher the next year has just a horrible year. Wasn't that? Or Gurley was the only one that did it back-to-back years?
It's
or
the
something like
400
that?
touch thing. He went back-to-back seasons, 400 touches. I mean, it catches up to you eventually.
yeah.
I
It's a
mean,
lot
I
of
think
mileage.
You got to remember, these guys only had 15 padded practices from
Yeah,
the end
true.
of the season until week 1, and then you threw them into the fire. And Dave, that's the stuff I look at.
No, but RJ, you're right. I mean, I've been saying that too to friends here is that there's no preseason, even though you can think what you want about preseason. It's still games, not
Reps,
regular
yeah,
season
game
game
reps,
speed.
yeah.
It's still game reps. It's not like week one game speed, but you can't recreate that in practice.
No.
Using another team, nothing. Like full speed is full speed, and that's why you're seeing a lot of like quirky injuries, like a lot of hamstrings getting pulled, soft tissue type injuries. And then even like the shoulder this week, I definitely think that's because they're not hitting. You got to get those reps, man. This is football. It's a contact sport. You got to get reps.
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy how like the preseason it's such a deciding factor on so many things. I think RJ, we were at your house. Remember when Romo went down and Dak went in? Like those 4 weeks, you see some people how they play, rookies how they're playing, and then also so many injuries happen in that short time frame to find out who's the next man up, and they didn't have it this year. It's kind of just I don't know, way too many. I don't know if it's the Meadowlands turf or something, but way too many injuries.
Yo,
Well, I know.
honestly,
If RJ saw Justin Jefferson in the preseason, I know he wouldn't have dropped him. I know that.
no doubt. But the fact that I drafted him. Right.
Yep.
Uh,
I did the same thing. I drafted Chase Claypool and dropped him. So
There you go.
you like Notre Dame. Anything Notre Dame that's shiny for you. That's good. That's an easy one. I mean, he's kind of easy too. He's like the freak, and it's just hard to figure out where you're gonna put him. But also, like, real quick from like, I don't think even like the Jets, nobody's legit trying to like bail because of the cap is gonna go down next year, and so a lot of these people like are going to be fighting for gigs, and there's not going to be a lot of money out there for people to make next year. This is why like Jimmy G will be available at the end of when the year's over. He won't be on San Fran next year.
You think? What I mean, one more
They don't
year
have
on his
any more
contract?
money.
He had 4 years.
They don't owe him any guaranteed money. They can get rid of that.
Oh,
dude.
gotcha.
You know what I mean? And so
And then
like,
Bill Belichick will be like, "Come to Papa. You're coming home."
maybe for like a fraction of what he's making now.
yeah, on the cheap.
But either way, I'm just saying, like, so don't think like now Christian also is the highest paid asset on that team. He just got brand new money. There's no reason to rush and mess up the money long term. But
Right.
I mean,
So we got like a little over 8 minutes left. And going into week 10, just to take a look real quick, our league is definitely jumbled. And I know RJ's angry over his last loss. He's still very much in the hunt here. And at this point, me sitting in 6th, trying to fend off a Norm, a Nick, an RJ. You're just trying to get in the playoffs because, as Nick mentioned, anything can happen if you make it into the top 6.
The way I see it, I think 7 wins is going to get the final spot, and it's going to come down to a points tiebreaker. That's where I think we're headed.
absolutely,
Yeah.
for multiple spots.
So
maybe the final 2 spots.
it might be even the final 2. Yeah. Yep.
Hey, did we ever? I know, Biz. I know you said something like I didn't know really the payouts. Like, did we ever discuss that to change the payouts, or is it always going to be the same? Like, winner takes high points of the year.
Why do you always ask that, Nikki?
Because I never.
He's a money guy.
I'm
Nikki,
a money
you
guy.
should
So I
you
never,
you have to if you win if you finish first, you get the highest points. Most of the dudes win the league. You're just
Correct.
the one dude that didn't do that.
I know, but I've never, and I think a lot of people, if you put this on a Facebook, John, put this on a Facebook message board. Have you ever been in a league that has the winner has taken less than 50% or 50% of the actual prize pool? Like, I've never been in that a league like that.
If you, like RJ said, you win your division, if you come in first, you had the most dominant year. That's more impressive than winning the title to me.
True.
Exactly.
Anything could happen.
So basically, you do that, you win the title, you can win up to $1,700, which is almost everything if you have the
True.
perfect. So
Imagine
Yeah.
you do it 2 years in a row.
I think Jeff. I'm looking at the standings. Jeff has probably the best. If he wins this week, he has the best shot
No, he
at
doesn't.
5-4.
Rich got a dude. Rich didn't do nothing last week except
No,
have-
I'm putting Rich's team in the playoffs already. I'm saying in the people in the hunt, and I want to say Ricky's team's probably still in the hunt because he has such low points. That Jeff's got almost 1,400 points.
Ricky's got wins, bro. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
6-3.
Yeah, he's not gonna lose again. Like dude, he's gonna win one game, bro.
He ain't winning this week.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
confident. I went back from Nick.
Remember,
I was sulking a couple weeks ago.
Go high and cold. Remember you said you were high
I'm
a couple weeks ago?
confident again.
No, you said you were rolling, and then he put up like 50, I don't know, 90 points. Remember you said in the North, I'm rolling.
I'm glad you committed to Herbert though, because Herbert's the truth. I like that kid a lot.
Yeah. And,
Herbert,
It should-
Herbert's good. He is
we
good.
got some big matchups. Every week now there's big matchups with 4 weeks of the regular season left. I mean, I'm playing Ryan. That's a big matchup. I'm 5-4. He's 6-3. I mean, we got these two on here. Norm at 4-5. RJ at 3-6. I mean, literally, Norm, you could put the nail in the coffin on RJ this week for a playoff spot. I mean,
I need it just as bad. So it's basically an elimination game. It's
it's a playoff game.
pretty much, yeah.
For sure.
No, I'm waiting for to do one more deal, Norm. I want one of those weeks. Do one more deal.
Uh,
And then you got Ricky and Nick. I mean, Nick, how you feel? Like you said, you got to beat Rick this week, knock him off his little pedestal. He's 6-3, but I think he's won 5 of the last 6, if I'm not mistaken. He went
this could get real.
some streak.
You're 6-3. I'm sorry, Ryan 6-3, and Biz, you're 5-4. You beat him. They're both 6-4. If Jeff beats Rich, they're both 6-4. You know, it could get real tight.
And you
soon.
beat Rick. Then he's 6-4. You're 5-5 right there.
Yeah, it gets real
You're
tight.
right. You're right.
But Norm's right. It comes down to points. 7 wins and points.
yeah, that's why I got an uphill battle. I mean, I'm fortunate to be where I am. I've had a terrible season, starting with the draft. Michael Thomas after week 1, having to dump him, trading for Cortland Sutton, him getting hurt right away. I mean, I've had an uphill. None of my moves are working out, so I'm just trying to hang around as long as I can.
Yeah. And Rich, I've spoken to him a couple times over the last 2 days, and he's told me straight up he's taking a loss this week. That's what he said. So he's going into it with that, passive aggressive mentality because he's got Patty Mahomes and Ty Freak on buys.
Well, that's more or less because he don't want to do a deal. You can always do a deal. He's committing to taking a loss.
He ain't doing
It's okay.
The whole thing he wrote today in the post was all about me. Because me and him go back and forth all day, and I ain't giving in.
Yeah, no, I've been working on a Derrick Henry with him. So if that's who you're talking about,
No. He wants to kill a draft, or he thinks you should get it for free. He wants to give me a couple stocking stuffers, and he thinks that's how I play. I'm 3-6, and I'm gonna be so greedy on every deal. So
yeah.
understand it. I'm a place of desperation.
And then Dave, how do you feel this week? You're playing your boy John. John is 2-7. He's had a couple heartbreak losses here. I mean, you could definitely put the nail in his coffin in his season.
I'll tell you what. John's team looks good though. I gave him a pretty much a gift, and this team looks pretty good now. It looks real good actually.
I like my chances, Biz. I think my team is set up pretty nice for me to win this week, and if and if I don't, the next thing I need is to score more points. Except score more points where I have the highest point total in our league to be first place still.
Yo, your bench is terrible, bro. I'm
Dave,
just
what are
saying.
you looking to do with your team? Are you just riding the wave right now? Are you looking to do anything?
Yeah, no, I'm looking. I was just going to ask Dave about Darrell Henderson. I need a back for this week. Are you kidding me?
I want that Dolphins D, but I can't get any counter offers. I can get a Travis Fulgham for Tyler Lockett counter, but I can't. That's about all I can get.
Wow.
Jesus.
Dave, I don't know what magazine or podcast you're listening to, but no Dolphins running back is good, and I'm a Dolphins fan.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
You can't trust any of them. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Matt Breida, last couple of years, I've had him on my fantasy teams. He's
Wasn't on the Dolphins though.
Good.
Right?
he only
Yeah,
gets
it ain't the.
he's not durable, but he'll get the ball like 15 touches. I mean, he'll get
Dude, he was on the Niners team. Do you watch the way they call their plays? Or they're unreal. Every running back is nasty now.
Yeah.
He's on the Dolphins now.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what.
You're
If
done.
you look at Tua's schedule, I know John was interested in Tua's schedule towards the end, but he's got a juicy lineup too. I mean, no one needs quarterbacks anymore.
Nicky, what do you have last week? 200 yards last week?
Hey Dave,
Two
can
touches.
you send me a deal for the Dolphins, D?
My Dolphins D is on my Chiefs is on a
bye.
bye. I probably wouldn't be able to deal Dolphins D.
I got defenses to give you back, right?
Let me get one back.
The Titans, no. I can't. I have to pass on the Titans, right?
Yeah, but you get an edge somewhere else. You know that, right? That's how a deal works. That's how a deal works.
Well, listen. We're about to get cut off, so you guys are gonna have to continue this offline. Good luck to everybody this week. It's good to see some friendly faces. Appreciate your time.
All right, fellas.
All right, go Giants.
Thank you for your service, Rich.
Have a nice rest of your. Take
All right.
care.
Later, fellas.
Peace.